Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. She is Cris Cyborg. Cris, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great. Excited to be here. Happy to see you, James.
Yes, happy to see you as well, Cris. We got a lot to get into. Let's start first with UFC 283 taking place this past weekend. We have a new champ. Well, we would have anyways. The title was vacant, but it's Jamahal Hill defeating the legend Glover Teixeira in the main event. What did you think of Jamal's performance?
It was sad to see Glover Teixeira lose. That, but he showed a lot of heart. He's had a chance in the fifth round, but he's had a hard time to punch and kick. But I think he's have a feeling it's going to be his last fight too. I think maybe his thing is going to be losing. But Glover Teixeira, he's I think 43 years old. He's a legend in the sport, and I hope he's enjoying his retirement. And doing good.
Yes, I am with you there. And what did you think of another Brazilian on the card, Jessica Andrade, putting an absolute dominating performance on Lauren Murphy? What did you think of that win?
I am a big fan of Jessica Andrade. She did a lot for sport, and she's having the most exciting fight from women's MMA. I hope she's fight for the title again, and she did great. Congratulations, Jessica.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And then obviously another legend retiring the same night. What a night it was. Mauricio Shogun Rua, unfortunately going out on the loss, but what a legend. What was your favorite memory of him? You guys started together at Chute Boxe together.
It was sad to see Shogun retired. Not because they lost, but because the way it happened. I was thinking he's a so legend in the sport. He was the best when I started fighting. When I show up to the Chute Boxe gym, he was Pride champion. He was the best at that time. So I would feel like for do great for him. He was supposed to fight somebody legend like him, same age. Not just fight one guy half age of him. I think it was going to be better. But I wish the best for Shogun. He's a big example for everybody. And I'm really honored to be part of his history with him, starting Chute Boxe.
And I feel like we talk about this all the time, Cris. Cat Zingano has another opponent, and it's not you. What was your thoughts on her fighting Leah McCourt?
Man, I was I'm surprised that Bellator announced that fight. I was thinking I was going to be fight both. It was going to be a great opponent and good, exciting fight. I want to fight Cat Zingano and after face Leah McCourt in Ireland. It's going to be great. After my last boxing fight, I really focused on my MMA training and get ready for defending my title. I'm supposed to meet Scott Coker, after at the event. We're going to be in LA. So let's see what's going to be next.
Yeah, it will be interesting. You could say that was kind of a slap in the face, not getting that fight with Cat Zingano. And speaking of getting slapped in the face, Dana White has this power slap league. What are your thoughts on this? Because a lot of people don't like this.
Okay, so I didn't know someone can call this a sport. You don't have to have any skill. How are you going to train for doing this? Much respect to who does, because I really not be able to do that thing. The first episode I have a woman's 40 years old. She's no martial arts experience, and then she get the slap, come in her neck, and she's get a bad KO. This type of thing, type of strike, you can change your speech, change your way you able to remember things, and they hear about them getting paid $2,000. So. And the commission, in Vegas, want to let a better knuckle boxing go to Vegas, but then accept his, slap championship. So it's really, I don't can call this as a sports really.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. We got some other news in MMA. Sage Northcutt, there's a name we haven't heard in a while. He's going to be returning after a 4-year layoff to go compete again for one championship. What are your thoughts on that?
40 years. Break time for coming back to fight is a long time. It's a long time. I know he's having last fight is bad KO. From it was my friend Brazilian Muay Thai fighter Cosmo Alexandre. He's got a bunch of bones in his face broke, but I hope he's doing well. I know it's harder to get over everything after you get the loss and how he lost. By 4 years. I hope he's doing well. Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of, other fighters, Dione Barbosa, a good friend of yours, good friend of mine. We've had her on the show before. She's going to be returning to action, LFA 152 against Jessica Middleton. How do you like the matchup for her?
It was a great fight for Dione. Jessica has more experience than Dione. She's having almost double pro fights than Dione. And she fights some girls from Bellator, you know, is a big names, you know, best woman. But I think Dione is a great fight for she shows her skill. You know, she's a very good grappling. She's getting improved her game a lot. I think she's gonna be great submission for her. And yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited.
We got to do our game of the week as we usually do on here. 49ers against the Eagles. Who are you going with here? I know the Eagles, I believe, are the favorite.
It was a defensive one of the game against Cowboys, but I think it's going to be an offense to win against Eagles. You know, I think it's the 49ers are going to be win this game, and you're going to be in the Super Bowl. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to do it. So that's kind of my thinking on everything. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. You want to bet?
Sure. Let's do a bet right now. I'm taking the Eagles. We'll.
Okay. I take 49ers. So
okay, there we go.
After we pick what we're gonna do.
Yes, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out after. Let's get to our Portuguese saying of the week. Didn't really have anything that came to mind, but I don't think I've asked you this before. How would I say, how do I buy Bitcoin? Or how do I buy Bitcoin? How would I say that in Portuguese?
Como
eu compro
Bitcoin.
Okay. Como
eu compro
Bitcoin. Oh, sorry. Let me say that again. Okay, so it's como
eu compro.
Como
eu
compro Bitcoin.
Yeah, in Brazil say Bitcoin. It's different.
I was going to say that if I said that in English, that wouldn't go over so well. But you learn something every day. There we go. Cris, congrats, by the way. I see you're absolutely killing it on OnlyFans and you're on YouTube as well. We got to mention that getting the plaque, 100K subscribers. It's a very big, monumental thing to get. Just take us out of here. What do you got coming up on the premium service, OnlyFans, anything where people want to get a hold of you?
No, and I say thank you for all the fans. Follow me, subscribe my YouTube. It's a lot of work. And then I love to show a little bit of my fans outside the ring, outside the cage. What are you doing, everything. So I appreciate everyone. And thanks for the OnlyFans. You already touched 20,000 people over there subscribing with us. And then, I love to share the everyday, single day with my fans. And if you guys would like to subscribe to premium service, you guys go to my website too. It's the time you can be together. You can do any question for me. I share a little bit was my day, everything. And this next one's going to be the Monday, is the January 30th.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It's going to be 5 p.m. So guys, save in your calendar. And that's it. I appreciate everyone. And thanks so much for everything. And you're going to have the Pink Belt Fitness.
That's right.
It's going to be, go to follow on Instagram. You guys are going to see a little bit more, and my website too.